Hey, Champagne. Wow, that was quick. You're right there as soon as I press live. Welcome to Earthy Goddess Mama. It is Monday, and it is the 28th of May 2018. I just have to get myself back to what date it is today. Okay, so we are here today for your daily energy reading, and my beautiful son, I asked him to choose me the decks today, and he chose the Enchanted Tarot that they got me for Christmas, and his Oracle deck, which is the Druid Animal Oracle today. So as I say every day, this is a completely general reading, just feeling into the energies of this Monday. We've got rain here today. It's a beautiful day, got a fire going inside. So yeah, counting down the last couple of days of May 2018. We have the full moon in Sagittarius on the 29th. Well, actually for us it's the 30th. I think it's just after midnight here in Australia. I will be drawing the free reading. Whoever's one, if you've been watching me regularly, you'll know that I've been offering a free reading, a free personal reading to anyone who subscribes to my page, comments, likes my Facebook page. Hey, hey Nicola, how you doing? Yay, great to see you here, or feel you here. So yeah, if you want to go in the draw to win this free personal reading, yeah, as active as you can be on this channel, and my Facebook page or my Insta, the more chances you have to win. So I have the Enchanted Tarot. These are big cards. Have done a lot of shuffling before we started, and here we go. We have the Hangman today. So it's time to pause and just reflect. Maybe you've sacrificed something. That comes through straight away. Maybe something needed to be sacrificed. Maybe something needed to be sacrificed out of your life to help you gain a new perspective, to free up energy. Yeah, so maybe your whole world has been tipped upside down, but it's not the tower. It's the ability to see, to have a new vision, fresh eyes about something. Maybe you've had a complete realization about a situation in your life that just was not serving you, that was just taking too much of your focus, too much of your attention, and it wasn't serving you at all, and it needed to be sacrificed so you can move forward. So there's a sense of you're not rushing ahead with anything, just sort of sitting and softening into, wow, what new awareness have I gained from this situation? How do I see life a little bit differently now? So yeah, the Hangman is here today, and I heard a reader say the other day that, I mean, I know the tower is seen as that Uranus energy that's in Taurus at the moment, but the Hangman can also, everything being turned on its head, something quickly, swiftly coming in to change your perspective. It's neither good nor bad. It's just like looking at life in a whole new way, flipping, doing a headstand and looking at the room from that vantage point, you know. Like the Hangman, he's hanging upside down. Everything looks a little different, a little fresh. You've wiped the lenses. You've wiped your perception clear. Maybe you've been sitting with yourself a little bit more. And, you know, in that quiet, those quiet, spacious moments, there's a new clarity that's come through. A new understanding about what's serving you in your life and what's not. What's real and what's just, I've got to get rid of this. Yeah, so that energy's around. It's number 12. 1 and 2 is 3. Yes, 3s. Expression, sensitivity. We have the Queen of Hearts. And through this new perspective, just so much more emotionally balanced. You can see everything with an unconditional love, nurturing, compassion. There's no one to blame here. Just is what it is. Everything is what it is. Whatever. Sometimes you've got to express your truth. You've got to really get to the heart of the truth of you. And maybe sometimes that does mean sacrificing something, cutting something out, and it might turn everything on its head. But it might not rile you at all. It's like, oh wow, that needed to happen. Yeah, that needed to happen for me. But I'm still staying very stable. I, send whoever love, compassion, kindness, wish them well on their journey. But, it's okay. Everything's fine. And when we can come from a place of unconditional love, compassion, and acceptance for ourselves, we can give that to other people. Maybe something needs to be turned on its head before you can really find that balance in your life, because she's very balanced. She's nurturing and balanced and very receptive. So there's a deep knowing with the Queen of Hearts. Queen of Water. Queen of Cups, Chalices. She's very intuitive and receptive to messages that she's been given. So maybe she was guided through sitting by herself quietly, or himself, it's just an energy, to cut something out. So we'll see something with fresh eyes. Because there's been juggling, that infinite juggling. This has come up in Gregory Scott's reading, but his is in reverse. Yay. That infinite juggling of things, that infinite routine, keeping things up in the air. Maybe you're seeing this in a whole new perspective. Do I want to keep juggling this, or do I want to just drop one altogether? Drop it. No. Yeah, things are gonna. It's the infinity symbol. It's keeping things going infinitely. Infinite journey of juggling every practical matter in your life. But maybe something needed to be dropped. Maybe something needed to be seen with fresh eyes. That it wasn't worth holding on to one of these. Because, you had the clearness and the clarity to cut something out. Something needed to be cut away from your life, and you were able to do it swiftly and easily. With the precision of the Queen, these are people. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. But it's just an energy. So the Queen of Swords is about being very articulate, expressing your truth. But it's done with heart and with head. Head and heart together. So there was a thinking process that went along, understanding that whatever was going on wasn't serving you mentally, or there was something that wasn't serving your heart, your emotions either, and it needed to be let go. And it was done so. Something was dropped. And in doing that, you can reach your heart's desires. I mean, this is not the 10, the happily ever after, but this is the wish card. So whatever your hopes and wishes are, in releasing and seeing something from a whole new perspective, your wishes will be fulfilled. Maybe your reality's completely shifted as to what your wish was. Maybe you weren't clear on what you were actually desiring. Maybe you weren't clear on what your heart's desire was. But in cutting something away, you've been able to come back to your heart, your clear receptivity, and you've been guided to a clear, loving path to your hopes and wishes. One more. Oopsie daisy. So that's interesting. the Prince of Wands, and there's passion here. Whatever you're hoping and wishing for, there's a lot of passion and fire here. And it's kind of like a communication, a fiery, passionate communication that could bring you this wish. Hey, Nick. Yeah. We need to, yeah? We need to cut things out. I mean, when we get to the Hangman, when the Hangman comes up for us, it's like, wow, we need a whole new perspective on this. And if something isn't serving us, it needs to go. You know, maybe there was something that, yeah, that wasn't serving your heart. And now you've just got a new sense of clarity, and you really know what you hope and wish for now. What's going to bring you so much passion and fire? Something's going to be communicated today with regard to this. And your hopes and wishes could come true. So I'm going to grab, yay, Nick, that's so great. Yeah, so am I. Any passion for life, any passion for my, you know, my heart's desires. It's just such a beautiful feeling to feel into the freshness of each new moment, that we get to choose where we focus our, you know, our fire, our solar plexus energy, our new empowered perspective, because it can be very, very empowering to cut things out that just aren't serving us. And you can do it with love and compassion. You might need to be a little bit cutting straight up and express your truth, but you know, when the intention of your message comes from a heart space, even if it's not received that way, it doesn't really matter. If your intention is for your own and others' best interest, then you can sit pretty and know that when things are done with pure intention and honoring yourself and unconditional love and compassion for yourself first, and accepting that something wasn't serving you, you know, then you just have that extra purity and having that clear receptivity and open heart space to, you know, manifest your heart's desires, manifest this wish that you're putting out there. And, you know, when we come from that peaceful warrior presence, that fiery, solar plexus energy, we can burn through anything. We can burn through anything. Yeah, it is amazing to love yourself, and we need to gain a master's degree, a PhD in loving ourselves. It needs to be our number one priority, is to love ourselves. And if you feel like you're being dishonored by someone, or you know, there's any deception around you, there's a real sense of clearly being able to cut whatever's not serving your heart out today, because you're sick of like having to keep things, juggling things that aren't serving you. Like maybe you've put too much energy into something and it's meant you've had to really balance everything out, and it's sort of become a bit of a juggling act. But we can burn through anything that's no longer serving us, and we can charge forward with a sense of optimism, life force, vitality, because the Prince of Wands is just full of vitality, energy, life force, illumination. Like this communication has illuminated something for you. Something's been illuminated, and you've been able to see things so much clearer now. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. It's as simple as that. You can see clearly when you look at things from a new perspective. When you've sat quietly with yourself and just honored that stillness and the messages that come through in that stillness. Right, and we have the water dragon. Yes. These are my sons. They're so, yeah. He was very generously let me use them today. He chose them for me today. Let's see what the water dragon has to say to us. Okay, passion, depth, and connection. The water dragon brings that which is hidden into the light of day. Memories and wishes which may have long lain forgotten or repressed in the unconscious may emerge to frighten or overwhelm you with your apparent negativity or destructiveness. Facing these experiences with compassion and courage will, in the end, bring you to experience will in the end bring you to an experience of greater depth of soul and a greater sense of connectedness to all life. Although you may at times feel overwhelmed with emotion, with time you'll be able to achieve a sense of balance and stability as these strong feelings are integrated into your consciousness. Okay, so how to end. So that's interesting. So yeah, there's a new awareness. There's an absolute new awareness. And maybe, yeah, you've come to a new, maybe this is an unconscious wish, but now you understand, like you've come to this new awareness through cutting something out of your life. And even though it might have been emotionally overwhelming, you've come back to your center. You've come back to your center now, and you realize that there's passion here. So you've gone deep into that unconscious and you've cleared out what isn't serving you. You've sacrificed something. And sometimes we sacrifice something to make it sacred, and it might be painful to let something go, but it feels like it's created a whole new sense of empowerment. You feel that power of the queen, but you also feel soft and nurturing and compassionate to yourself during this time. It might have been a real time of huge emotional release, but in releasing that, there is light. There is light at the end, because there is a wish that's going to be fulfilled out of this new perspective, out of this going deep and cutting things out that weren't serving you. And know that things will just flow again. Maybe something had to be dropped, but it'll all flow again. And that life is but an endless cycle. You know, it's infinite, and everything happens in perfection. Even if it seems really like, in the moment, like, do I need to do this? But trust your heart. If you feel like someone needs to be sliced out of your life, and it might seem like it's quite cutting and quite harsh in the moment, oh well, it's all the best. Yeah, it's all for the best. Ebb and flow. Exactly, Nick. Exactly. Yeah, sometimes we just gotta ride the wave, and sometimes the waves aren't there, and we just, it's calm, but it's just like the Wheel of Fortune, being in the eye of a storm. Yeah, there's winds raging all around you. There's like cyclones, hurricanes all around you, but you're in the middle, balanced in your center. And just coming back to that, how can I love myself today? How can I love myself more today through this? Always come back to your breath, stillness, and loving and accepting yourself. And every moment, every new moment is a new opportunity to meet yourself afresh and meet life afresh. Big love, deep blessings. Thank you so much for being here. Great to have you on the live reading, Nicola. Big love. See ya. Bye.